Greetings, fellow planeswalkers of all ages. How y'all doing today? This is a big occasion. I asked to hit 25 subs to do this giveaway. Now, as it got rolling, just within a couple of days, we're already at 34. So the ball's rolling. So thank y'all very much to all my new subscribers. I mean, there's so many names that I had it wrote down at one point and I've lost the paper. That's my bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, I done got all the names in a bowl over here that commented on the video for the giveaway, which we'll be doing after this video. But this video is the top 5 most underrated cards in Standard right now. Now this list I made about 4 days ago. So the big events that got played, one card in there actually turned out that it was in the first place slot, and that card is, we'll go ahead and drop in. This is kind of like, it was in the top 5, but now obviously it ain't because everybody's going to be playing it. And that's Dream Trawler. And Dream Trawler is 2 colors, 2 white, 2 blue. Flying lifelink, and whenever you draw a card, Dream Trawler gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Whenever Dream Trawler attacks, draw a card. Discard a card, Dream Trawler gains hexproof until the end of turn and tap it. So not only are you getting a flyer that's got a big body that's going to dodge a lava coil, you're getting a draw card every time it attacks. It gets a +1 on it when it attacks, so it'll be swinging in for 4 with lifelink. And if somebody does find a way to remove it, all you gotta do is discard a card. It gains hexproof. I mean, it gets tapped, but so what? I mean, you get to keep it on the board, and this is for like Zorius control and stuff like that. They're going to have plenty of counters to keep this card alive. It was in my top 5, but now everybody knows about it, so everybody's going to be playing it. So that's out of the top 5. But we'll move on to the actual top 5. And I'll start off with one that y'all already know that I'm already going to pick. And that is Lucky Clover. Yeah, so y'all know from the last video on Rakdos Knights that I absolutely love this card. And I do not see it get played that often at all, especially in bigger events. Rakdos Knights, I think it's like a tier 3 deck, and it's put up, a decent couple rounds up there, but it ain't nowhere near, the right up there near the top. Run a lot of Embercleaves and stuff like that, but nobody's running Lucky Clover on the adventure side of it. For those y'all who don't know, it is a 2-drop, 2 colorless artifact, and whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for that copy. So, in our Knights build, we had cards like Smith and Swordmaster, Rimrock Knight, Bone Crusher Giant, all with the adventure ability. With Lucky Clover out, you get to copy those abilities, and, Smitten, if you got 4 Knights out on the field, and you got Lucky Clover out, all of a sudden 4 damage turns into 8 damage. If you got multiple copies of Lucky Clover, it continues on, and it really punishes people. As I said, I do not know why people are not playing this card at all. But yeah, that was obviously going to be in there because it's one of my favorite cards that nobody's playing. And as y'all know, I do not net deck. Never have, never will. I will add my own flavor and spice to every single deck that I put into. I believe that you should put yourself in a deck. You should not worry how bad or how well it's performing. As long as you put yourself into it, it means something. So always remember that. But continuing on, the next one is going to be Nader Kraken or Nader Kraken, however you want to say it. I passed this card off actually, but after playing it against a couple of people, went on being Shane Bentz on my Facebook page. This card actually surprised me in a lot of ways. It is a 2/3 for 3. 2 devotion to blue and 1 colorless. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1 of any color. If you do, put a +1 counter on Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. So, as long as they're not able to shoot this thing down on the turn that you play it, The next turn, you're going to be able to get another creature out on the board, put a counter on it. Now it's in lava coil range at best. And if they want to waste a lava coil on this, that's fine by us. If you're running blue, you're going to be running counters. You'll be running opt, so you can actually opt over their lava coil, tap 1 mana, put 1/1 counter on it, and it gets out of lava coil range. Like I said, I passed this card off, and to me, it is done very well with the matches I played against a couple people with. So, I mean, it surprised me, and I think it's one of the more underrated cards in the meta right now and standard. So, I definitely dropped this one in the top 5. Now, moving on is going to be Mr. Rose Strider. Now, Clever Mac Trevor talked about this card, and yet again, this is another one that I kind of passed over, but after actually put a couple of copies of this in my Mono Black Devotion deck, and it actually performed extremely well, and like I said, this is another one that I underestimated, but Clever saw the potential in this card, and he said it on multiple videos, and the price will jump on this card. But anyways, it is 2 colors, 1 black. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 white goat creature token. Sacrifice another creature, scry 1. It has the escape cost, 3 colors, 2 black. Exile 4 of the cards from your graveyard. And Wolf Strider escapes with 2+1 counters on it. So it's a 3/2 to begin with. If you escape it, it comes out as a 5/4. And it hits the battlefield again and creates another goat for sacrifice fodder. So this could go into, the Mayhem Devil deck, where it's, Rakdos Sack. It can go into, actually, the way I use it is sacrifice fodder for Ari, or chunk blockers. I mean, there's a ton of things you can do with this card, and I think it's flown under the radar, and people are starting to pay attention to the value of it, and so I mean, I don't see why people are not playing a little bit more into this. The more as the meta rolls on, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more copies show up in numerous of decks. But yeah, so that's actually the 3rd technical one on the list, counting Dream Trawler. That's kind of like an extra one out there for y'all, because obviously everybody knows about it by now. But moving on to number 4, Nightmare Shepherd. Now, I wouldn't say it's completely underrated, but people have underestimated this card. And in a lot of builds, I don't see them running this. I mean, in Black Devotion, obviously it does great, but it can do well in multiple other decks as well. One deck in particular is Orzhov. It's a 2 colors, 2 black, enchantment creature, demon, flying. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Now you gotta remember, on my devotion video, I said the Gary combo with this, you kill off Gary, or Gary gets killed off, and you got Nightmare Shepherd on board, exile Gary, get a 1/1, and it doesn't lose the ETB trigger, so it triggers again, and you can just smash him in the face for it. But in Orzhov Afterlife, which is one of my favorite decks to run, you can put it on multiple copies of your Afterlife creatures, like Administrative Obligation. It's Afterlife 2. So it gets killed off. You automatically get a copy of it. It comes back into the battlefield, and when it dies again, you get 2 more spirit tokens off of it. And it works well off of that too, and it's attached to a 4/4 body with flying. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, in the Afterlife decks, that would be amazing as well. But for the pick, it's obviously, for me right now, I'm running 3 copies I believe, in my Black Devotion deck. So that'd be number 4. And then here's another one for y'all that's gonna add one to it, I guess. But I wanted to kind of give you the flavor text of what I was talking about with the Words Off Afterlife. And that is 2 cards that you do not see played at all anymore, because you don't see Afterlife played any, especially in these bigger tournaments. And that is Seraph of the Scales and Teysa, or Tay, as I like to call her. Now, the first one I'll show you is Seraph of the Scales. It's a 4-drop, flying, angel, 4/3. Yeah, so it's a little vulnerable to, removal, but it's Afterlife too. Yet again, if Shepherd's on board, get to create a copy of it and stuff like that. You can also got ways to bring it back out of the graveyard. But the Afterlife 2, and when it dies, you can create 2 black and white spirit tokens. And it's actually got 2 other abilities equipped to it as well. You can tap 1 plains, Seraph of the Scales gains Vigilance until the end of turn, or tap 1 black and Seraph of the Scales gets Death Touch until the end of turn. So they got another big body out on their side of the field, and you got to open black mana. You can swing in, and if they decide to block, you take out one of their bigger threats, such as Dream Trawler. If they swing into you, they're gonna have to think about it, because they're gonna have to tap it down if they want to get hexproof, and if they're swinging into you, they're obviously not going to be able to do that. So yeah, and that combines with Tay for the whole Afterlife build. It kind of revolves around her, and this also triggers in with Cruel Celebrant, which I also run in my Afterlife build, and I will be doing a deck tech on that eventually. But she's a legendary creature, human advisor. If a creature dying causes... Oh yeah, she's a 4-drop, 2, and 1 plains, 1 black, 2/4. If a creature dying causes the triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you have Vigilance and Lifelink. So, what I'm talking about right here is Seraph of the Scale dies while you got Teysa on the board. Instead of getting 2 Afterlife and 2 spirits, you get 4 spirits. Okay. Combine that with Nightmare Shepherd. It dies, enters the battlefield, you get another way to kill it off. You can really start pumping up your army of 1/1s and their lifelink and vigilance, so they're going to be able to block for you. And also they're swinging in for a lifelink. And very seriously underplayed deck. And also with Cruel Celebrant. If you got after you can swing in with all your spirit tokens, right? Cruel Celebrant's on the board with all your spirit tokens and Teysa. Second main, you play Kaya's Wrath. Clears the board, and it triggers Cruel Celebrant's ability twice. So if you got 10 creatures on board, now all of a sudden you're doing, instead of 10 damage, you're dealing 20. So if the deck plays out on curve right and everything else, it works extremely well. So that's kind of a tie-in together for the Orzhov build, which if y'all are interested, I will do a deck tech on that as well. But this is what y'all have been waiting for. Thank y'all so much for the subscribers that joined in. The people who have commented are eligible to win these cards right here. Let's say. Yeah, okay. Also, there will be a 5th one that I will put in here with these 4 for the win, or for the winner, and y'all be getting all 5 of them. So the first one is Khalili. Second one, Gilded Goose regular, not too shabby. Then a Gilded Goose foil. I don't know if y'all can get the glare off that. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my lighting. That's a pretty looking card right there. And our 4th one is Omanoth, Locust of the Royal, and big commander card. So another mythic, 2 mythics in here, and Gilded Goose ×2, 1 being a foil. And then a special card will be thrown in of my choice to the winner. And it'll be something different. I'm pretty sure y'all haven't seen one of these before. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. But here are the people that commented. They are in this bowl right here. Rolled up. Names are put on it. I'm going to just, shut my eyes after I rattle it up a good bit. And we're going to pick a winner. So good luck to all y'all. And hey, fingers crossed. Alright, here we go. Grab one. And the winner is going to be Michael. Now, I don't want to butcher your last name, so Michael Marcucci. Michael Marcucci. I'm gonna call you. I don't want to call you that, but that's only Michael in there, so it should be easy. Michael, you have won. Congratulations on that. If you can, send me the info or send me your info through my email. It is shanebriscoe31@gmail.com. Send me your info and I'll get these cards out to you. Mr. Tim Blister got his in already. And no damage was done to him or nothing like that, so that's good. Also, Palms Brown, I need to know if your cards come in as well, because they should have come in around the same time that Tim's did when I sent it out, because I sent it out the same day. So yeah, if yours come in, let me know. Also, vote for y'all's next thing y'all want to see on the bottom. Drop a like, drop a comment. Any of the people that you know of, share this any way you can. Subscribe to the channel, join the fam. We're rolling a little bit. We get to 50 subs. We're going to do another big giveaway. And I'm wanting to hit 100 subs by the end of the month. So let's try to get that and see if we can start knocking some subs out the way. But until then, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will catch you on the next one. And then, as always, may you draw well. Thank y'all.